Hello, and welcome back to the Beyond the Coach podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kelsey Nanini,
And I'm Krys Sweet.
and today is the day after my birthday, as this is getting posted. So, Chris and I did a fun one last week. We did like our Never Have I Ever Coach edition, and
hmm
then this week is kind of like just a little fun birthday pod. So, we're just having some fun on the podcast recently. Um, but I turned 30 yesterday. Which is, well, I'm not 30 yet. As we're recording this,
You're speaking
I'm
for
still 20.
future
Yes,
Kelsey. Future
future
Kelsey
Kelsey is 30.
is 30.
Um, which is really bizarre because I don't know about you, Chris, but like I didn't age during COVID. So like in my head, I'm still like 24, 25, 26.
Yeah. Oh no,
Which,
I think that we deserve to actually go back in time. Like I think we
yeah,
deserve to go to our driver's license and say that we're actually 3 years younger.
yeah. However, I will say I've heard a lot of people say their 30s are substantially better than their 20s because they're not like, constantly stressed about money and like figuring out what they're going to do with their lives. So I'm like, maybe the 30s will be fine.
Yeah. I always say 30s is the new 20s because in your 20s, you think you're going to have your life together. Like you
Mm.
write this script for yourself coming out of
Yeah.
college of like, oh, I'm going to get married at this point and have kids at this point and buy this house and have this job and make this money. And like, it's so humbling in your 20s.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I get excited for my 30s because, and I still have a year and a half, but it's like, I think it is that feeling of establishment a little bit more,
Yeah.
and you know who you are. You still change so much in your 20s too. I don't think anyone talks about that. Like from just a personality and interest standpoint, like you're figuring out your friends and your relationships and all the little bits of life, and that comes together, I feel like, a little more in your
Yeah.
30s.
No, for sure. I had this crazy panic last week. Not panic, but I was just like, we were on our walk with the dogs like first thing in the morning, and I was just like, Kitten, like I turned 30 in 2 weeks. And he was like, yeah, you should just stay in the 20s for as long as you can because he's 30. He actually turned 31 the day before I did. But then I started reflecting on everything that happened in my 20s, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you don't step back and realize like what actually has happened in your life, but like I graduated college. We moved in together, had our own apartment. Then we bought our first house. We survived a pandemic for quite some time
Not many
because,
people can say that, okay?
I mean, anyone alive right now can, but it was, like what? And I was going through like, we survived it, but not only that, we like lived in Washington State, which was so like aggressive with their rules.
Yeah.
And I like got let go. I like was on unemployment because I didn't have a job. And then we moved states. So we bought two houses, got married, well, got engaged as well, and got two dogs. And then now, uh, also got pregnant.
Surprise.
Which is a big surprise. Like a lot of my clients, all my clients know at this point, but yeah, it's weird navigating that. We're like officially announcing today, so by the time this podcast post, I don't know if we'll have announced yet officially, but yeah, by the time this podcast announces I'm 17 weeks pregnant. I was on my deathbed yesterday, which while this podcast is being announced, or while you're listening, that was last week. I had a really easy first trimester, and then my pregnancy, this child was like, you know what, you had it too easy. So I threw up 4 times last Tuesday. No, last
Go,
Monday.
go figure, like right
Tuesday.
before you're gonna announce your child, it's like, it's
Yeah.
time to rock your world.
Yeah, let's throw this in. It was not fun. So I send love to all the moms who have had tough pregnancies because it is not for the faint of heart. Um,
Mhm.
Other than that, though, feeling good outside of the fact that I'm like actually housing a human right now. Um, yeah, it's a little bit of a weird feeling for sure. But
Crazy. So
we,
exciting though.
yeah. So because I'm turning 30, Krys has actually had this list. It's like her 30 by 30 list, which she's just a young buck at 28.
Our little spring chicken. I'm 25, okay? Remove those 3 years, all right?
I'm 26. And I also have created a 30 because it's something I've always wanted to do. And so when we talked about this podcast, I was like, okay, you know what? This pushes me to kind of make my list of doing 30 in 30 years. So, or in my 30s, 30 in my 30.
We are not giving Kelsey 30 years to complete this list. Stay tuned 30 years from now to understand if Kelsey checked off all the buckets, okay?
In 30 years. So make sure to come back and check back with us.
No, it'll be good though. 30 in
30 in my
completing
30s.
it in your 30. Yeah, in your 30s.
30 in my 30s. But some of it is still stuff that I'm like, because we're having kids and that's becoming a real thing, like Kate and I both promised each other, like, we don't want anything to change in our relationship. So some of the stuff I actually put on the list is like, hey, continue to do this. So some of the stuff I can't even check off in my 30s, I actually won't be able to check off for 10 years until I am 40 because I want to keep that promise to myself. But Krys and I are going to share our lists. So do we want to like go back and forth, like one, like how do we want to do that?
I think going back and forth. Originally, I was like, oh, maybe we go through your list and my list, but I think it would actually be fun to go like, I don't know, it adds an element of surprise of like who's gonna say what.
Yeah, I love
think
it.
Also to see the contrast in our list, I think will be fun.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll start out. Yeah, like some of it is like 30, like it's like kind of like goals, I guess too, in a sense. But my first one is just to travel back to Italy. We just want to go.
I'm not surprised by this.
I don't have a specific place. Honestly, I could have filled up like 5 different spots on my list of like go to this place in Italy, this place in Italy, but I kept it broad. So I didn't want to cheat, you know? So travel back to Italy is my first one, which is kind of cheating because we already are going back to Italy next September for a wedding, but
that's immediately what popped in my head. I was like, well, you'll cross that. But hey, it's fine. Like
it was a goal before I knew I was going to an Italy, like an Italian wedding. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was just gonna preface with my list as well. Like I am someone who gets so comfortable. I am a very adventurous person. If you guys follow me, you know, like I love traveling, but I can very easily get stuck in like the comfort of what I love to do. So I wanted to make a list that challenged me a little bit, but did also incorporate things I love. But we're going to start off easy. Number 1 is go to a new national park, which will honestly be really easy just in terms of us moving, which will be a separate podcast to talk about.
On the way home. You can stop on the way here.
Exactly. I'll just stop. It'll be on the road trip. We'll just actually... I do plan to actually stop somewhere. So, yeah, that'll be easy to cross off. But I did want to get a new national park down.
It's actually funny you say that. This is such a side note, and this is probably why I'm like, this podcast might be long because there's like certain things I'll just think about, and it's only on number 1. But my parents want to go to all the national parks, and they've actually like done a lot of them. But they visited here, and they're like, let's go to Saguaro National Park. This is like 2 hours south of us, where just a ton of saguaro cactuses are, and those are like they're protected, so you can't cut them down. And if they do fall down, you have to like call. There's a whole process. We went and we were like, guys, we could have literally gone 20 minutes from our house and seen the same exact thing. Because we didn't go like super far into the park. Like we didn't spend the whole day there. But we were like, Mom, there's literally a hill like 20 minutes from our house with the same thing. But you can check Saguaro National Park off if you want to. It has pretty flowers in the spring. So lots of national parks.
I like want to go to the big ones. I'm like, I want to go. I mean, I've done a lot, which is fun. So I feel like I've seen a lot, but I don't know. I just want to do big. The one that I'm stopping at on the way to Arizona is not a big one. It's going to be kind of disappointing if I'm being honest. But the St. Louis Arch, it's the smallest.
National park?
Yes, it's the smallest national park. And I don't know why it's a national park.
It's not nature.
No, it's not. But it's protected. I don't know.
I guess I'll check that one off too. I'm like, I was going to put that on my list too of like travel to St. Louis. I feel like
you're just going to go based on all the weddings we're going
to go there anyways. But I did.
Wait, we can take baby with us. Well, baby's first time.
Baby's gonna be baby's first national park. Baby's gonna be fresh. Burley's weddings.
It's gonna be so funny. Anyways, we'll move on to number 2.
We'll move on to number 2. So if you guys are in Arizona, you know about this place called Pine Top. We're actually headed there this actually, when this podcast launches, I'm there. I've been here. But we want to buy a vacation house or a property in Pine Top. That's like our next goal. Before we move within Phoenix, we want to buy a vacation property. It's like the most special place up there. So we're excited for that.
I feel like once I visit up there, I'll want to add that to my 30
It's like a
and
thing like I didn't want to talk
30s.
about though, because it's like I don't want people to find out about it because I want to buy a house there before people.
You're like,
People
this
know
is my
about
secret
it,
place.
but a lot of people haven't been, and it's so beautiful there. So
Yeah. My next one's gonna shock you. It might shock the world, actually. I want to run a 5K.
oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
know. I know. I'm not happy about it, but I
Let's
needed to
run
put.
in November. We could run in Phoenix. Caden's like probably doing that marathon this year, but we can do it next year. I will not be running a 5K this year.
I can
Next
I
year.
can train for next year. That give me a whole
Yeah.
year and a half. I'm gonna need a year and a half to figure out how to run
It's
again.
just stroller. Caden will be running the marathon. We'll finish the 5K by the time he finishes the marathon.
Precisely. But I just wanted to challenge myself. I was like, I hate running, and I do not plan to run anything longer than a 5K, if I'm being completely honest. But I was like, I just want to challenge myself because my first ever 5K was a turkey trot, and I literally threw up because I was trying to beat everybody in the 5K and the turkey trot. It was in my prime soccer days, and I feel a little traumatized by the word 5K, so I'm just gonna do it to prove my 12-year-old self wrong that I can do that and not cry.
Perfect. We'll get there.
Great.
All right. Number 3. You're gonna like this one. I want to travel to Greece.
I'll come with.
Oh, it was on my list of things to do before kids, so now I just have to do it with kids, which is
Honestly, I'll make it easy on you. We got family homes up
I
there.
was gonna say,
We'll
we'll take them to your
my yaya's house.
your guys' house. Yeah, we'll take them there.
Yes, I love it. My next one is to check off a new continent.
Nice. Which
Yep.
one would that be? Africa or South America?
South America would be because my next one leads into something in South America.
You know what's funny is I think your number 4 is related to my number 5. But I feel so good about myself that I've checked off one of the continents you haven't yet. But you have Asia on me, so, and I don't have that one yet. So
And Asia's pretty fucking far. So.
I know Caden doesn't. Caden, that's like the one continent he really doesn't have any like interest in going to. But I have a aunt that's Thai, and I've like always wanted to go to Thailand, especially after like weirdly enough after the season of White Lotus. I was like, I mean, that would be kind of cool, but we'd stay like at a resort. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. My number 4 kind of goes along with the number 3 because they're so kind of close, but I really want to go to Croatia, especially before it pops off because I feel like it's like Greece, Italy, France, and Spain. Those are all like big
Yeah.
ones, but like
You could knock out Greece and Croatia in one go. Like do
That's
like
what
a
I was
2-week
thinking
trip and
about.
do like a week in Greece, week in Croatia. Be great.
Yeah.
I'll come with you.
that would be great. That would be perfect.
I'm gonna accomplish an extended bucket list through you.
Perfect.
My number 4, which you already know about, is hiking Machu Picchu. And I mean like hiking it, guys. I'm not taking a fucking bus or a train or anything there. I will be on my 2 feet with my little feet boop, 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 up the mountain and getting there. It's like 30 miles of hiking, I think, across 4 days or 35, which after 2 years of back pain, I am like, I want a performance goal, but I know I'm not in the mindset to do something competitive wise as far as like a competition. But I want something for me. And I was supposed to do Machu Picchu this past year, but because of my back pain, we canceled. So I'm redeeming myself and we're going to be in full training mode.
That is my number 5. I have actually hiked Machu Picchu, but you mentioned the other trail. I did the Inca Trail. It was a 4-day hike, and I did it in college. So that was, oh my gosh, as of next year, it'll have been, I hiked it 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
You're so
Okay.
old.
Oh God. Our college did like a juniors abroad where you can take a 3-week trip. So we went to Peru and Bolivia. And it was amazing. But yeah, like you said, like you get done with your 4-day hike, you smell like I didn't take a shower all 4 days because the water was cold, and I was like, no, like no, I'll just smell. But you get there and there's people coming off buses, and you're like, fuck you. I'm hungry. I am disgusting. But you feel so good. So
Yeah.
it's totally worth, like, the views along the way are worth it in and of itself. But you get there and you're just like, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
is crazy. So yeah, that's my, but I want to do it with Caden this time. We actually
Yep.
had plans to do it
A
prior
tryout.
to having kids. And to be honest, we'll probably have to do it as a trip without kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to take a little 8-year-old into Machu Picchu. Like,
Yeah.
sounds kind of.
There's better places to take your kid on vacation.
There's places where I don't have to listen to them complain the whole time that they're tired and hungry.
Exactly. No, I'm really excited for it. Is it my turn? Because you said was that your number
That's
5,
my
right?
number 5, yeah.
Okay. This one literally will have already actually been crossed off by the time of this podcast, and it's swimming between the tectonic plates in Iceland. Actually, I don't know if it'll be technically the day this goes live or the next day, but it's such a specific thing, and you guys are probably like, what the fuck, like swimming? But if you look up the best things to do in the world, and TripAdvisor on the top 10 list has this, because you can only do it in Iceland. And I'm very much someone who's like, if I can do the thing that you can only do in one place, I will do it, no matter how dangerous it is. Luckily, it's not very dangerous, but I'll be in like a little marshmallow suit, just like
Is it
top
ever
of the
warm
water.
enough there to like not swim in like a wetsuit?
No,
Okay.
because the warmest it is the summer right now, which is like 50s, 60s.
My
So,
gosh.
yeah,
That'd be so much fun though.
it'll be
You won't
really
even be thinking about how cold you are because it's just a cool experience.
Exactly. I'll just be on an adrenaline high. Apparently, it's really nice, like cold exposure for your face.
Plus, you're already
your face
like,
is the most
you're
exposed.
sweating right now because Boston's hot as shit right now. So it's
Mhm.
like it'd be kind of nice. It'll cool off
Yeah.
a little.
Exactly.
My number 6 isn't like exciting, but just to complete our family with one more kiddo after this, and hopefully not
Aw.
more than that. After I got sick yesterday, Kaden was like, "You sure you want 3 kids?" And I was like, 2 will be good, but if
Yeah.
you have twins, then it would be 3. So just get pregnant one more time.
Awesome. My next one is hike a 14er, specifically probably in Colorado, and I'm going to pair this with my Machu Picchu training. So I'm pretty much going to do a 14er so I can test my altitude. So that is the goal. A lot of it kind of trickles into each other. I was trying to be strategic.
That's smart training for that. We did not. I was in college. There was no way for me to do that, so I was at sea level training for
Yeah.
this. 10 out of 10 recommend that. But we had
Yep.
meds, so that was cool. No, my number 7 is to start another business of some sort.
Exciting. My next one is write a things I wish I knew ebook, like specifically things I wish I knew in my 20s, and just kind of like, I don't know. I like writing and I feel like I don't do it enough. So I want to do a little mini ebook on things I wish I knew and lessons I had in my 20s.
My gosh, you could start writing it on the way to Iceland on your plane.
I will.
I love that. That's fun. Number 8 is pay off student loans, but I actually have a goal to pay them off by the end of this year. So that would make it 7.5, 8.5 years since the time I graduated. God, that's so disgusting to say. But I would pay mine off because Kaden has more than I do. And I would like to at least get one side paid off so we only have one person with loans.
Yep. I like that goal. My next one is simple but not. It's to go 48 hours screen free. So like no phone, no TV, no laptop. Kenneth's gonna have to be in charge of me during those 48 hours.
We could do it together.
Yeah, I just feel like I want like 48 hours of nothing and just
It would be good to do it in Pine Top. We could do it in Pine Top together.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll make a note next to it. Pine Top with Kelsey.
Nice. I want to become fluent in Italian.
Oh shit.
Caden's already been practicing like almost daily, and I'm like, fuck, I need to like start. But I was like, we'll have so much time in December. While baby's sleeping, we can quiz each other.
Duolingo together before.
We have like this Rocket Italian app, which is actually way better than Duolingo, but I just need to download it and get back to it because we did it very sparingly before we went the first time. And it's like easy to learn because it's a lot like Spanish, and I've known Spanish since like 2nd grade. Not like fluently, but I want to know it fluently.
Yeah, I know. I get conflicted because I will need to learn Greek, but I really want to learn Spanish. So it's like this constant divide of pouring into
Well,
one
and
or the
Greek
other.
is Greek if Greek's not Latin, is it? Like it's a complete it's
Mm-mm.
like German, like Russian. You're
It's
like, what the how do I write this? Yeah, it's
literally
definitely
the letters are, I'm like, I don't even know how to write these fucking letters. I just have no idea. But yeah, we'll see. But I like that goal, and that would probably be one I would put if I had like 10 years to complete this particular list I have.
when you have more
I
time.
could get fluent in a year.
No, no, that's what I give myself 10 years for it because
My next one is to go on a solo wellness weekend. So just book a
nice.
like thing by myself and I don't know, a little wellness resort or something with like yoga and restoration and meditation and nervous system regulation is going to be a big one. So
Yeah.
I want to just try it. Feel like I
You
don't go
can
anywhere by myself.
do it next spring and you can do it in Sedona, like after I come back from maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
Do it like in like February for your birthday.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
You can just like go do your own solo trip and be like, oh my God, thank God that bitch is back.
I'm going to celebrate by going on a solo wellness weekend with 48 hours unplugged of social media. I'm going to be like,
All in one. I'm like, is Krys alive? I don't know, but she's in the time of her life.
I'm going to be like, I have the business back. I'm going to go real quick.
Dude, I've heard a lot of people do that in Sedona though, because it's very like peaceful and so that could be an option. Um,
Yes.
my 10th goes along with my ninth, so I want to become a dual citizen in Italy because Caden can. So that's like the
Mm-hmm.
perk of marrying an Italian man, and he's the last of his lineage because his great grandfather came over from Italy. So he's like the last, which is cool because your kids can do it. Our kids can't. So we'll be going through customs there and they'll be stuck. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll be dual citizens so y'all can figure it out. like I
Picturing like your two children with like a backpack, like, and I don't know why I picture one of your kids having like glasses or something with a backpack on, and they're just like,
the best part is like they most likely will be very witty like Caden, so they'll just be like just giving us I'm just so terrified for the attitude of these children. Like they're gonna be so smart. It's terrifying.
yes,
I'm going to be easily like outwitted all the time. So it'd be really fun.
that's so funny. Yeah, I will be working on my Greek citizenship, so we will be dual citizens. We'll have the plug together. We'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, we got dual citizenship for Greece.
Is Greece in the EU?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. It's so easy to travel over. Like we got to France from Italy and we were like, oh, we just walk in.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so nice.
We
I'm like,
took
this is a
trains,
great
and
day.
I was like, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Just like beep bopping around.
That's what we're planning on doing next year is like fly into London, which I should have included those two on my list. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it's because in my head I know I'm going, but we're gonna fly into London and then pop over to Switzerland. We'll fly into Milan after London and then pop up to Switzerland, come back down. I'm like, it'll be so easy to travel because
Mm-hmm. I know, it's so easy, stupid simple.
include those two, and I know I'm doing them. Whatever.
The Europeans get it easy, unlike
They do.
Americans over
They
here.
do.
It's expensive to even just go state to state to pay tolls.
We have to go through like a checkpoint to get to California. I mean, they're never working, but
Yeah,
oh well.
it's crazy. Okay, my next one is okay. I feel like I've done this and it's to go a full month alcohol free, but I want to add context of I want to go a full month alcohol free of like intentionally during even just months where I know I'm going to have like a lot of social events or something. Like I want to choose a month where I know I have moments that will challenge me because I feel like I'm not a big drinker, but I am a social drinker. I always love a glass of wine when I'm like at a table or with new people. It just kind of allows me to relax a little bit. And I want to work on that. So I'm going to go a whole month alcohol free, but specifically choose a time when I know I have shit going on.
Yeah, I will say once you actually do it, because I was talking to Kaden about that when we got pregnant. I was like, I don't remember the last time since I turned 21 that I didn't have alcohol, like in a month. And that's insane, kind of sad to think about. But like, same with you. Like, I like to just have a glass of wine. We belong to a wine club. Well, we're on pause right now. But it's crazy to think about. But once you do it, and given I have an excuse right now, but I could definitely do it now that I know it's possible and you can have fun drinks without it being alcohol,
Yeah,
but you just in the time you're like, well, I just wanted a glass of wine.
absolutely.
My number 11 is to redeem myself. This was supposed to be prior to my
No,
30s, but I need to run a half marathon. Was that what you was gonna say?
I knew exactly when you said this
It
was going to happen. I was
was
like,
supposed to
I'll
happen.
redeem. Specifically, I need to redeem myself because that was a con. Listen, guys, I just want to make it very clear that Kelsey did not run the half marathon because she got
Thank
pregnant.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
like that is a big insecurity of hers. That was a big challenge, a big conversation that we had. It was the knee. It wasn't the baby. I'm gonna just set the record now.
It's like something I told. Thank you for clarifying. It was something I told everyone like that knew I was pregnant when I announced I wasn't running anymore. I'm like, this is not because of this kid. I would have done it. I was actually pumped when I found out, and I gave myself like a week to like mentally get over the fact that I was pregnant. I was like, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna fix my knee and I'm gonna run this thing. And I was like, the hell I am. I am not running this thing. My knee is not happy with me. So I will run a half marathon in my 30s.
Yes. Mine is something I'm not great at, and it's to take a cooking class because I suck at
Nice.
cooking and I don't
Fun.
like cooking. So I want
my
to take
gosh.
like a, I don't know, fun cooking class somewhere.
I love it.
We'll see.
I want to do another High Rocks, but with my husband this time. We talked about doing one in London if it lined up when we were there. We just don't know what to do with our child. So, I mean,
I got you. I'll come with you.
if you want to just
I'm the built-in nanny by proxy.
by proxy. Perfect. But yeah, at some point do another one. There's one in Phoenix next year, but it's at the end of February, and I'm not going to train in like 6
feels like a
weeks. I mean, could I? Maybe.
that feels like the opposite of what we would tell our client.
Probably shouldn't do like be cleared like January 17th is my 6 week mark, but like if I wasn't at my full capacity, I would be upset.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait.
So proud of you. I've got a lot of hiking related ones on here because my next one is to hike rim to rim in the Grand Canyon.
My gosh, so good.
Have wanted to do this for years and I've just never been in the position to like, I don't know, do it or like add it into something. So
I get on a list.
I've been to the Grand Canyon. I think so. I don't know. I haven't done my research enough.
Just start getting on the list now.
I'm just going to start now.
On the list for a while.
But my hope is that I can do rim to rim post Machu Picchu once I'm in like peak kind of hiking shape. But yes, I need to do my research on some of these things because I know that they've implemented like lottery based stuff. Sorry if you can hear the bells. We put bells up on our slider door and he's doing the right thing by ringing the bells, but we're just gonna not let him outside.
You're here right now, Enzo.
It's fine. He's fine. He can hold himself. But yes, to hike from rim to rim. And I've been to the Grand Canyon, but with us moving, it'll just be so much more convenient to do it.
Yeah. I would like to attend a college football national championship game, but hopefully with the Ducks in it. So I think the Ducks are good enough that in the next 10 years, they will be in the championship, and I will figure out a way to be at that game. I'll be entering every sweepstakes possible or just paying to go.
I went to the one for Bama, and it's just like such a vibe. Like a national championship is just it's a vibe. It's so good.
So my next, I hope they aren't in it in 2026 because I'm fucked if they are. I will not be in one. So
we're gonna hope that they don't do well, and then just one more year.
And like you do every year this year, guys. And then 2027 is the year.
Exactly. My next one is to go to Banff, which is a national park. So, but I do not want it to count as my new national park because I don't want to cheat that much. But I've always wanted to go to Banff. It's so beautiful.
Our neighbors just went there.
My gosh, it's
I'm really jealous.
I just love anything. Put me outside with a mountain view. And I'm like a million times better of a human.
And I'm okay. On that note with mountains, I want to take a road trip through like Arizona and Utah, just to all the national parks. So go to like Zion, Lake Powell. I don't know if Lake Powell's a national park, but Monument Valley, Arches, Bryce Canyon, all that stuff. So just go around, beat bop around.
Bryce ended up being like one of my favorites when we went did our out west thing. Bryce and Zion. So freaking cool.
Yeah, we've driven through it and it's like, I mean, we haven't gone to it, but we on our road trip back to Washington. And it looks amazing. It's just without the dogs. Oh, and so are you podcasting today?
And just like, I would like to podcast.
I would actually just like to go outside, Mom.
He's like, please. Yeah. So my next one is walk 100 miles in 1 month, which Kenneth was like, you've definitely done this because I walk a lot. But I want, again, going back to intentionality, I want to intentionally do it and I want to track it and I want to like make it a whole thing. It's really only 3 miles a day is what it would like come out to.
Or like a longer walk on the weekends. Like a hike.
Exactly. So I'm like, if I do like a hike, like even just like a, I don't know. I'm like, even just like a little 10-miler, and then I'm sure some people listening are like, that's not short. I'm like, I love hiking. I will hike for miles. I won't run for miles. Okay. I'm going to make that clear. But
Yeah.
I would like to walk 100 miles in 1 month intentionally.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
My next one, similar, take a road trip. I've actually been on part of this road trip, but to go to like Wyoming and Montana, go to like Yellowstone, the Grand Tetons, Glacier, Jackson Hole. We've been to Yellowstone when I was a kid, and we went to like we went to Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock? No, that's not right. Shit. Devil's Tower. Like Devil's Tower, we went to the why can I not think of the four presidents' faces rock?
Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore, thank you. Oh my gosh. We like road tripped to Nebraska and my cousins live there and we hit up all that stuff. So I would actually like to do that again with like to go to Wall Drug and do that with my kids because it'd be kind of fun. They're like the same age-ish. I went when I was 10 or 11. So it'd be fun to do that again and we just want to go to like all those places. Kaden, I don't think has ever done it, so it'd be cool to do it.
Yeah. Glacier for sure is on my bucket list at some point.
Beautiful.
So beautiful. My next one is a simple one, but it's to read a book in one weekend, like a whole book. And I'm not going to choose a short book, okay? Like I want to be intentional. Like I want to be immersed in this book. So Frida for sure. Frida is the easiest to freaking read. I've definitely read her in like a week, but I'm like, I just want to, maybe I'll do that for my 48 hours screen free. I'll just read a book in a weekend. That would be a good one. Wellness weekend, read a book, screen free, boom. 3 in 1.
I read her one by one in a weekend. It was really good.
Yeah.
Number 16 is take my kids to Disneyland.
Aww, cute.
So cute. Kids with like Disney characters. I was a Disney kid.
You see, I was not because my parents took me on a Disney cruise and I sobbed meeting every character because I was afraid of them. And it's actually something that has transitioned into my adulthood where I do not like things dressed up in suits. Like we went to Disney when I lived in Florida with my mom and my mom was like, I literally was shaking. I was like, I will not go up to Mickey. Mickey and I are not friends. We were not friends 20 years ago and we are not going to be friends today. So it's a no. So I support you. You may have to take my kids with you because I don't think I can.
I can come too. I was never afraid. I literally would walk up to all the characters. My parents were always afraid I was going to get stolen at Disneyland or like at the park because I would just walk up to everyone. So yeah.
See, Carly, if you listen to this though, because Carly is a Disney person and I think she would be shocked actually to hear that I am not a Disney person as far as like, it's not for any reason other than I do not like things dressed up in outfits. Like Halloween is like a no-go for me. If you're dressed up in an outfit, it's like a full suit. No, I can do if you're like dressed up cutesy, but if you're dressed up like, and I can't see your face.
Princesses,
I can see your face. I don't want to see you. That's that. My next one is on the topic of things I'm not great at. I'm not a creative person. I'm not crafty, but I want to do a pottery class, like an actual spin wheel pottery class. So that's the goal.
Love it. So my goal this year is to read 30 books. Last year was 24, but once like in my 30s, I'd like to at least read a book a month and just continue to do that as a goal, knowing that kids take a lot of time up. So I'm like, you know what? One book a month seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. My next one is to ride in a hot air balloon.
Oh my gosh, there's so many here. They're
everywhere.
everywhere.
I know. So I tailored my list to location that I will be in.
Yeah. They pop up here. Like in the mornings, you just see them everywhere. It's kind of cool.
Sick. I would love to do like a sunset one, like a sunset hot air balloon. It'd be cool.
Oh, that would be really pretty. Yeah, we won't join, but we'll cheer you on from the ground. Kaden wouldn't. But that's fine. Uh, I want to go to Napa.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Stunning.
explanation needed. I just want to go drink
Stunning.
wine. It will not be
Um,
an alcohol-free month for me.
my next one is to go camping for a weekend. And I mean like bare bones camping. I want to have a tent. I want to
I
have a
have a
sleeping
tent.
bag.
It's
Fantastic.
never been used.
Fantastic. We used to go camp. I made this list and one of my friends was like, wait, you've never been camping? I was like, no, I have. Growing up, we went
Yeah.
camping. Every single year we went
Same.
camping. And then my parents eventually got like a camper and we upgraded. I just haven't been as an adult. And I'm like, I want to be in the wild for a weekend and just prove to myself that I can not live off the land that way, but so
We're gonna have our own garden. We're gonna catch our own meat. We're gonna eat chips.
I'm just gonna go like Survivor style. I'm like fully immersed. Like you didn't have to go that far to go camping. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yes, I want to go camping.
You're 48 hours phone free.
There we go. See, I'm double dipping. Lots of double. To be fair, I only have a year and a half for my list.
Yeah, you do.
So
have
I
a lot to
have
do.
to have double dips in
You
here
have
somewhere.
You have to cramp these together.
Yeah.
Just don't do a solo camping trip. Like that can't be the same weekend.
I've listened to one too many true crime podcasts to know I will never do that in my life. Also, sorry, Enzo and Charlie are now roughing and toughing it, but we're just gonna go along with.
Don't do it in Payson either. Payson allegedly has like there's like some horror stories of camping in Payson. So I don't know. I got stuck on the wrong side of
Wonderful.
TikTok one day. My number 19 is one of the like continuation things like every year. So this would be our 4th year doing this. Caden's birthday is June 30th. Mine's July 1st. Our anniversary is July 2nd, which is today when this is launching. So every year we do like a small trip. It's actually always been in like Arizona, to a different city every time though. So I want to continue that no matter what.
Sick. I love that. My next one is to do a full yes day with someone where I say yes to whatever they say, whatever they want to do, whatever they tell me to do. I can't say no.
My gosh. That's terrifying and fun all at the same time.
I may need to sign up, like have them sign a liability waiver, like some
Do it
exclusions.
with someone fun though. Like don't do it with me. I mean, not that I'm not fun.
I'm gonna choose your child. I'm gonna choose your child who can't even speak, and I'm gonna be like, come on, this is so easy.
They're like 3 and they have like crazy ideas. You can just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's not in the timeline.
No, you're
Never mind.
I mean, they'll be blabbing a little bit, but I don't think they'll know. They'll be like, oh, Bluey. I'll be like, cool, I can turn on some blue for you.
It'd be funny doing it with like your niece.
That would be fun if I did like, oh, that would be such good content too of like,
You can do it before you guys leave.
that would be so funny. Yeah, I do want to do it with someone like fun if that's like a kid or just, I don't know, someone fun.
Like
I
if
don't
you
want to
did it
do
with
Kenneth.
Paige, you could get in like like Paige.
Paige and I could get in some trouble for sure.
Do it with
I
Christy.
could-
You do it with Christy.
I already did it with Christy in fucking California. Like, I already said yes to everything. But I don't want to do Kenneth because I feel like he knows me a little too well, where I'm like, I want someone who's going to add this element of surprise, whereas I feel like with Kenneth, it's a little too predictable. So
Yeah.
we'll mull that over.
Mull that over. My 20th is to travel to Norway.
Sick. You just got a lot of European stuff. You just got to knock it all out.
I'm just gonna go to all of Europe. Actually, my next 3 are all Europe. I just changed one of the ones to
Nice.
a different one. So,
Nice. My next one is to give $100 to a stranger.
oh my gosh,
So,
fun.
yeah, I just want to, I don't know. I want to do it like when I feel called to it, like when I'm in a scenario, like not just like go up to a random homeless person. I'm like, I want to be like, I feel called to do this right now. And I feel like I'm just going to get an itch at some point to do it. So
Yeah, I love that. It could have been in Mexico when you
he wouldn't even take my money.
He didn't. He's like, give it to a kid, which we did.
We did.
My 21st is to travel to Spain.
There you go.
We can also just knock a lot of these out at the same time.
The good thing though is you have 10 years to do this. Like you have
We
so
a
much
lot of-
time.
and we can lump them together.
Yeah, you have so much time. So
Yeah.
just wait till my 30 in my 30s list.
It's gonna be like,
And I'm just gonna roll on over.
Yep.
My next one is to watch the sunrise and the sunset in one day, but in 2 different places.
wow.
So I'm gonna have
Fun.
to pick a clear day for that.
If you get up really, really early, in next Sunday, you could do it in Boston, and then you could do it again in Iceland.
But the problem is it's 24 hours of sunlight in Iceland, so there's no sunset, no sunrise.
Never mind.
Oh, man. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. My thought is like I could watch the sunrise in Arizona and then like drive to California and watch the sunset. Like we
Yeah,
do like a San Diego weekend and do
yeah.
like a so
Or
we'll
on
see.
your road trip, it could happen too.
Exactly. So it'll be great.
Yeah. So my 22nd was the one I changed because it was just we want to start a savings account for our kids for when they graduate high school, but like I just think that one was boring. So I put travel to England, which is kind of cheating because I already am gonna do that, but I know I wanted to, include things I can check off. So my 22nd is to travel to England.
Sick. My next one is to host a 1 day local event. So just kind of like there's no rules or regulations, just host something for a group.
Fun.
Yeah. We can pair together on that for Apex.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
plan
for sure.
something.
100%. I want to go to at least 2 new NFL stadiums, one of them being SoFi to go watch the Chargers at home.
Love that. My next one is to take a flight with less than 7 days notice.
Fun.
Don't know
That's
where,
scary and fun at the same time.
but we'll see. Just like a spontaneous trip.
Just why not? Just do it.
Mhm.
Um, I want to prioritize date nights at least once per month.
Love. I think that's important when you're having a kid.
Yes.
I've seen that
Yes,
a lot
yes,
from
yes.
parents.
I don't want my
Um,
kid to be an excuse.
Love it. Also, you guys will probably want it. Like,
I'm gonna need it.
for
Let's
sure.
be clear.
My next one is to plan a surprise for someone I love. I already have the plan in my head, but I cannot say it out loud.
Oh
So
my gosh.
stay tuned.
Because it's probably Kenneth.
No,
Oh shit.
it's not for Kenneth. I did pull off a big surprise for Kenneth for his 30th birthday 2 years ago. I flew him, didn't tell him where we were flying or anything. I booked a flight for us to Alabama so that he could be with his friends and family because all of his people are in
Oh,
Alabama.
that's so
So
sweet.
I ended up surprising him for his 30th. So that was probably my biggest surprise I've ever done because he had no idea where we were going or what we were doing, or who we were seeing or anything. So it was fun to, I don't know, I like throwing surprises for people. So I have the idea in my head of what I'm doing. So I'll report
I
back
actually
when.
do know what it is.
I think you know
actually
what it
realized
is.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to be so much fun. I'm excited for. I actually did
Mhm.
that one year.
Yeah. It's
I
good.
won't say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, my 25th is not exciting. It's just to pay off the remaining like credit card debt I have, but not like all
Mhm.
the way down. Caden's actually a big proponent of having like a small balance on them because it's actually good for your credit. So just enough, just pay it down enough.
Yeah. I think just get it to a reasonable amount. That will also
Yes.
be a goal in my 30s.
Yes. Yeah, wait till you're
My
30s.
next
Wait till it's old and boring. Let your 20s just be frivolous.
Listen, Linda, okay? My dog was sick with cancer. I had to pay for cancer. See? Had to pay for cancer. And now I'm just trying to live my life for the next couple of years.
Yeah, there's
Make
time
up for
to
lost
build
time.
credit scores. You're fine. You know what?
I'm
It's good for the credit
fine.
to spend money.
Exactly. I'll validate that through Kate. I'll be like, well, Kaden told me I could be in debt. So
Caden literally is like, I literally am a professional like debt dealer. Like I deal out debt to people. I'm like, oh my God, you're right. But it's good debt.
that's actually so true. My next one is to let go of 30 items in my closet that I've been holding on to. So
Ooh,
that's
that's a
going to happen
good
with
one.
the move. And we'll probably have to be more than 30, but I think it'll be hard because
Count them.
I hold on to a lot of shit. So yeah.
Yeah, but it'll feel so good once it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Feel so much lighter. My 26th one is to rent our current house out and buy another home. At least once.
Amazing. Mine is to volunteer 1 day every weekend for a month.
My gosh, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yep.
holidays. That'd be perfect time.
Exactly.
Well, I
Just
think
like,
any time is good because I think a lot of people volunteer during that time, so maybe not then.
yeah, I was like, I just want to
Random.
bop around. We'll see. I might pair it with going back to Nicaragua possibly and do like one weekend, like
Nice.
Nicaragua, and then like an animal shelter the next weekend. And then like, I don't know, just have that.
Be super cool.
Yep.
Mine is one that is for both of us, but hit a seven-figure year with Apex.
I like that goal.
Me too.
I like that one. Oh my gosh, where am I? Okay, my next one is to go to Oregon with my childhood best friend. So
Fun.
we've always wanted to do the coastline over there. And when I was making my list, she told me, she was like, can you add this to the list? Can you put me on there? I was like, it'll be good accountability because she's starting PA school. So she's going to be super busy and we'll just have to be like really intentional with our time. But we're going to make it happen.
The Oregon coast is like, it's so weird because it's not like necessarily warm, but it's super pretty. And the towns are so much fun.
Yeah.
I want to travel back to Costa Rica.
I love Costa Rica so much.
So pretty.
My next one is to do a JC Penney inspired photo shoot with all the dogs.
That's so good.
And like get the dogs in like awkward little positions where like they look awkward too. And like, you know, just when I always think back, my family did like this one photo shoot one year where the whole family was there and we were all in different polos, different colored polos. My family, my four, were in yellow. Yellow's not my color, guys. I also had a bowl cut. I was like an awkward child. I'm gonna pull up the archives for sure. I'm not ashamed.
So
But that little polos dogs and like just makes it so awkward.
that'd be amazing. I can't wait to see those.
Yeah,
That is a definite must.
yes.
I want to continue to go to Autzen Stadium yearly for a Ducks game, which we've done every year since we started dating.
Hell yeah.
So continue that and have a little kid with headphones on. Just
He's so cute. They're like the best though. Everyone loves the babies with the headphones
and
on.
we did it last year when we went. They did the like, oh, and like it was so funny, so cute.
You'll get to do that.
Yeah.
My next one is to invite an online friend that I've never met in person to coffee to meet up.
Nice. There's so many here.
So many. So that'll be kind of easy to accept. Why is that live out there?
My last one is to go to at least 3 new Major League Baseball parks. One of them being Fenway.
Hell yeah. I'll come with you. We'll just
Perfect.
You owe me a trip to Boston anyways, so like I'm just gonna come with you.
Well, we were going to this summer, and I'm so glad that we didn't plan on it because I don't want to walk around humid New England going to all these major league parks while I'm
miserable with a capital M and an emphasis on that.
It's more fun with kids too. Like I'll be excited when they're like 5 and you can go to all the parks. Like that's fun.
Yeah. So. My last one is to see a show at the Sphere in Vegas.
My gosh. Are you going to go to Kenny Chesney? Because everyone has been making me jealous going to Kenny Chesney.
I don't know. Maybe I will. I have to wait till I live out there, so I guess.
I don't know how long he has his residency for, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to go see a show in the Sphere, and Kenneth has never been to Vegas, and he's always wanted to go. Oh my God, these dogs are going to drive me up a wall today. He's wanted to go, so it's like perfect. Like 72 hours in Vegas. You don't need a lot of time. Go to a show. Yeah. We've got the show. Boop. He can go gamble. Ching. Go to a restaurant. Ching. We're done. We don't even need 72 hours. We can just go for 48.
If I was going to say 2 nights maximum, I was going to say if you guys were going to be here in July, we're actually going in 2-3 weeks. I hate Vegas, by the way. I just am not a Vegas person.
I'm not a Vegas person either.
One time, it's fun, but I was gonna say you guys could have come with us. We already have a hotel, but it's in 2 weeks. So
yeah. Unfortunately, really. I don't think coming back from Iceland's gonna be the most realistic for us.
No,
but
not realistic. But at some point, it's like a quick drive. It's a sucky drive. It fucking sucks, but it's an easy drive. So
yeah, we're gonna really capitalize on all the places that we can drive to.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna live our lives. It's gonna be great. It's gonna have a busy year and a half for me, and you're gonna have a busy 10 years. But I like that yours was based on like goals too. You had like money and finances and buying properties. Yeah.
It's longer and more boring, but it was funny. I was laughing the whole time you were doing yours because it's like it's almost like my pre-kids list, and mine was like, I want to take my kids to Disneyland. This is my life.
I'm the kidless, childless auntie. My list is Auntie Krys, keeping the brand of this chaotic aunt who just goes all over the place, and yours is motherhood. It's
No, I'm
fine.
so curious what mine would have actually looked like if had I not
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
But yeah, mine, it's a long 10 years is crazy, and it goes
So
by
much can happen in 10
it
years.
goes
Yeah.
by fast. But I also think about who I was at 20, and I'm like, it, holy shit! Like I
Hmm.
was in college. I was a junior in college.
That's crazy.
Actually, at one point, I think, yeah. So
Yeah,
wild.
it is wild, but
I
I
still
think
played
it's,
college volleyball at that point.
oh my God, throwback. But yeah, I think it's cool to make a list. I knew my list was going to be so different than yours because I was like,
Well,
mine's going to be like,
yours has to be like some simple stuff because like you can't fit a lot of action-packed stuff in
I
like a year
can't
and a half.
pay off all my student loans in a year and a half. I wish I
No,
could. I mean, if Apex does really well, maybe like we could be paying off our debt a lot faster.
no.
But I wanted to make mine because it is considered like a pre-baby list. Like I've always said, like once I turn 30, I'll feel a little more ready for a child. But
Yep.
even though my mom always says you'll never be ready, that's its
No,
own
you
topic
really
for a
aren't.
different day. But I have always wanted to do these things before having a kid just to have this for myself. And I think with moving, it'll also be good for Kenneth and I to like get out and see different areas and adventure a little bit and have accountability for it. So yes, it'll be good.
I know I should have added. I'm sure Caden would have wanted me to put on there like he really wants to go to a Bama game. And
Oh, we
he's
can all go
like,
to a Bama
I
game.
know. He's like, I now we have an in. Like we have Kenneth and Chris. Like we have to go with them.
Where's the plan? We
Yeah, we have the
got the
club.
people.
He like
You got to
so
experience definitely a Tuscaloosa
for
game
sure.
weekend.
I'm not like a Bama person, but it would still be fun to go,
Yeah, the culture is
even if
its
it's a
own.
preseason game.
Yeah, the culture is its own thing. It's so exciting. But yeah, there's not a lot to do in Alabama, but you can see great football.
We can go to we can go to the game and then just we can leave.
You can leave after that, to be
That's the
honest.
only reason I have any reason to go to Alabama, and I want to go to all 50 states.
Yeah,
And I've checked off some of the more boring states already. So not
yeah.
that Alabama's boring, but like
No, it's boring.
there's not a reason to go there.
Unless you're a college student, it's like
Right. There's
just
a few states where you're like, I have to actually have a reason to go here. Like I'm not just gonna go for fun.
yeah.
So
That's how I feel about Iowa, kind of.
yeah, actually that's one of the states
Iowa's
that
one of those states that I'm like, or like South Dakota, North Dakota. I'm like, I gotta be intentional with that. So
you
yeah,
could do that. Just we drove through it and we went to a few. I think Wall Drug is there, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's like Iowa. I'm really glad we joined the Big Ten because now we can just go to a football game there, and like
yeah,
that's our reason for
and
going
that's a
to all the
reason. That's a
states.
good pull.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
Like I've
I
been
like
like
it.
Indiana and like I've been to Nebraska, so like there's a few states I can check off and
Yeah,
not go back.
yeah, precisely.
Sorry if you live in those states. It's just your state's boring.
If but let us know if there's more of a reason to
Yeah.
come. If there's things to see,
Yeah.
let us
If
know.
we have a reason to go, then
Give us the 411. And if you guys
what's
are
the
listening to this and
411?
you have other ideas for your own list or things that you want to do, like let us know. I'm
Yeah,
all for hearing different ideas.
for sure.
Maybe I'll add to my list. That could be my toxic trait. It's going to be like 35
You
before
just keep
30.
adding to
Everything I've done, I'm like boom, boom, boom.
boom, boom, boom.
No, it's great. But you didn't have anything else, right? That was 30?
Yeah,
Because you added your two? Sick. Okay.
yeah. That was
I
my
love it.
30.
Well, guys,
Cool.
that was our list. Happy birthday to Kelsey.
Yay. Here's to my 30s.
Welcome to the 30s. Dirty
Yay.
30.
Oh, it was supposed to be dirty, but now it's just 30.
Now it's just 30. It
Oh,
can't be too
I could
dirty.
envision that I was going to be partying up in my 30s.
Yeah, not a glass of wine will be had.
No,
I'll have one for you.
I probably did go ahead of time to Sprouts to get tossed or toast. I think it is. It's like TOST. It's like a tea, but it's in a wine bottle. So I probably grabbed a couple of those because I just want, a little
Yeah,
something to pretend like I'm
a little something,
enjoying
something.
myself. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. All right, guys.
Well,
Thanks for
thanks for
listening.
listening. We'll see you next time.
the next one. Bye.
Bye.